Welcome to this deep dive into one of the most misunderstood yet crucial concepts in science and data analysis, the p-value. Whether you are a student, a researcher, or just a curious mind, understanding statistical significance is the key to distinguishing a real discovery from a random fluke. Today, we decode the p-value from its core definition to its modern-day application. Section 1. The intuition, the coffee shop scenario. Imagine you own a coffee shop. You decide to change your loyalty program, hoping to increase daily sales. The next day, sales go up by 15%. You feel successful. But then a thought strikes you. Did sales increase because of the new program, or was it just a lucky day because the weather was nice? This is the fundamental question of statistics. Is the effect real, or is it just noise? Section 2. The Null Hypothesis, H0. Before we calculate anything, we must define the boring universe. In statistics, we call this the Null Hypothesis. It assumes that your new coffee program has no effect. It's the baseline of skepticism. To prove something is happening, we first assume nothing is happening, and then try to find evidence so strong that we can reject this boring assumption. Section 3. The experiment and probability. Let's simplify. Imagine flipping a coin. If I flip it once and get heads, you don't care. If I get 5 heads in a row, you start to wonder. If I get 10 heads in a row, you are almost certain the coin is rigged. Why? Because the probability of getting 10 heads by pure luck is extremely low, about 0.00097. That low probability of luck is the spirit of the p-value. Section 4. The real definition of p-value. Now, let's be precise. A p-value is not the probability that your hypothesis is true. It is not the probability that the null hypothesis is false. The p-value is the probability of obtaining results at least as extreme as the observed results of a statistical hypothesis test, assuming that the null hypothesis is actually true. It is a conditional probability, p of data given h0. Section 5. Alpha, and significance levels. How low must the p-value be to be significant? Historically, Sir Ronald Fisher suggested a threshold of 0.05. This is our alpha. If p less than 0.05, we reject the null hypothesis. But remember, 0.05 is an arbitrary line. In particle physics, like the discovery of the Higgs boson at CERN, they use a 5 sigma threshold, which is a p-value of about 0.000003. Section 6. Visualizing the distribution. Let's look at the normal distribution. Most results under the null hypothesis fall in the middle, the expected zone. The p-value represents the area in the tails of this distribution. If our observed data falls into these tiny red zones at the edges, it's so rare under the null hypothesis that we conclude something else must be going on. Section 7. Modern challenges and P-hacking. In the era of big data, the p-value is often abused. P-hacking occurs when researchers run many tests and only report the ones that hit the 0.05 mark by chance. With enough variables, you can find a statistically significant correlation between eating chocolate and winning a Nobel Prize, even if it's pure nonsense. This has led to the reproducibility crisis in science. Conclusion. A p-value is a tool, not a magic wand. It tells us how surprised we should be by our data if the world was boring. But a low p-value doesn't mean a result is important. That's effect size. Use p-values with caution, look at the context, and always remain skeptical. Thank you for joining us in decoding the language of uncertainty. References. 1. Fisher, R.A., 1925, Statistical Methods for Research Workers. 2. Wasserman, L., 2004, All of Statistics, A Concise Course in Statistical Inference. 3. Greenland et al., 2016, Statistical Tests, P-Values, Confidence Intervals, and Power, A Guide to Misinterpretations.